Ladies and gentlemen, good evening and welcome. From the four corners of the world, to the four corners of this ring, the fight starts now! How do you like it?
Close the show. So aggressive, so focused.
Look at these two guys! Still the undisputed champion of the world!
Action here in El Valle. I'm Beto Duran alongside the Hall of Famer, the Golden Boy himself, Oscar De La Hoya. Saturday night, Jaime Munguía from Tijuana, Mexico, takes on the UK's John Ryder in a fight in association with DAZN Promotions and Matchroom Boxing. Tickets available at Ticketmaster.com. Fights will get going. 9 fights coming your way Saturday. Doors open up at 3. Go to Ticketmaster.com for a limited amount of tickets left. Oscar De La Hoya, let's get going with you. Second fight of the year for Golden Boy Promotions. You started with Virgil. Now Jaime Munguía. You're picking up right where you left off in 2023.
We are picking off where we left off, and like I said before, the future starts today for boxing. I strongly feel that with the great momentum that Jaime Munguía has and all the Golden Boy fighters, we feel that 2024 will be a huge year for boxing. So this is obviously no exception. I think that John Ryder is a very, very tough live dog, like they say in boxing. I strongly feel that this is a great fight. It's a great card from top to bottom. And we're doing what we do best. That's building the present, we're building the future, and obviously the now is Jaime Munguía.
You praise John Ryder. He is a tough man. Went the distance with Canelo Alvarez last year. And Ryder is a fighter that, it's been in the works for a couple years with he and Munguía. You don't want to have anything easy for Munguía this year. You want to build him into a champion in 2024.
Well, he has that championship pedigree. He's an incredible talent. He has all the experience in the world, and now it's time to step it up. Now it's time to move on to the championship caliber fights and challenge the very best. And we start this Saturday here at the Footprint Center in Arizona. We're looking forward to having a wonderful, wonderful, amazing telecast on DAZN. So we're extremely proud that we can put this card together and just move on. And like I said, we have that momentum going, and we're going to continue it until we finish.
Well, Jaime Munguía, you guys helped build him into a champion at 154 pounds, the development of a fighter. He had Eric Morales. Now it's with Freddie Roach at Wild Card Boxing in Hollywood. You've trained with Freddie. What does he bring to a table?
I mean, what doesn't he bring to the table? Freddie Roach is an icon. He's a legend, trainer of the year many times over. He's trained the very best. I have a first-hand experience with him. He's a trainer who is very knowledgeable inside the squared circle. He knows how to adjust when he has to. He tells his fighter the way it is. He has him in great shape. And I know for a fact Jaime Munguía is in the best shape of his life. He's confident. I've talked to him, and he cannot express how amazing this camp has gone. So we strongly feel that this is going to be one of his best fights to date. But Freddie Roach, yes, he's an incredible trainer. And, like I said, firsthand, I've experienced it. And all I can say is that when I trained with Freddie, I was in the best shape ever.
The 168-pound division, it's loaded. Munguía is not shying away from anybody. Obviously, John Ryder is the tough one. Everything goes according to plan. It's about getting the big names this year, isn't it?
It's about getting the big names this year, and obviously fighting Saturday night against a very, very tough John Ryder. Winning this fight will obviously catapult him to that level where he belongs, that championship level. And we're talking about the Canelos. We're talking about the Benavides of this world. I actually just spoke to Benavides yesterday, and he's out in Guadalajara looking for Canelo. So we strongly feel that the 168-pound division is loaded. It's exciting, and it's about just making the matches happen. And this is why you see on the podium 3 promoters. You have my good friend Beltran and Eddie Hearn, who has been doing a great job as well. And we're here to work together and bring the boxing fans the best fights.
And you'll see 9 fights on Saturday. The YouTube portion of the broadcast gets going at 3 o'clock. You're going to have 4 fights for free on YouTube and on the Golden Boy Facebook page. You'll see El Terror Cabrera out of Ciudad Obregón, who is an exciting young fighter. Johnny Cañas opens up the broadcast, Jumbo Garcia. And then on the main part, on DAZN, that starts at 5 o'clock, you have 5 fights. You have David Rey Picasso, Gabriela Fundora, recently working with Golden Boy Promotion Association with Samson. So that'll be a good one. And Oscar Collazo, the Puerto Rican champion, of course, the main event, Jaime Munguía against John Ryder. Before we get to the press conference and we hear from the fighters, and Oscar's going to conduct that press conference, our fight crew went behind the scenes. They went to Wildcard to check in with Jaime Munguía. They saw him at the track, they saw him at the gym, they saw him everywhere. Let's take a look behind the scenes of Jaime Munguía.
My name is Pedro Garcia. I'm a strength and conditioning coach for Jaime. And I work with Freddie Roach and most of his fighters. From the first day we came out here, you know, it took him a little longer. You know, he's a big guy, strong, so his, you know, also weight and stuff. So now his speed has gotten a lot faster. His times are faster, his recovery's faster. We're able to still do work while he recovers. You know, and that was a big thing for him, is to be able to recover after getting your heart rate up. And it's like in a fight, you know, you go all out, 10 seconds, you got to move and recover. So we're just trying to get him to a point where he can recover faster. From where we're at now, he's been a big improvement. You can see physically he looks really strong, he looks good. And you know, I'm really happy with the work. I'm really happy with his work ethic, and he makes everything easy. You know, when you have somebody who works hard, you know, you don't have to sit there and convince him to do something for himself. You know, he's ready to go. You just tell me how many, how long, what's my recovery, and you just blow the whistle and I'm right back at it.
When I first got him, there was a big article out like how poor his defense is and so forth. And I said, they don't know what the hell they're talking about. And that's what he has. And I think he's going to take it to the next opponents. And that's why I'm very, very confident in winning another world title. And I can't wait. Some guys hit hard, some guys don't. You know, like Manny Pacquiao was a hard hitter, but he was a small person. But this guy is a big guy that hits hard and with both hands. So it makes me a little bit nervous. And you know, that left hook is right on the money every time. He's right there. He's really high up there, and I think he's my next world champion. And we've had like 43 so far, and he'll be 44.
Good afternoon, everyone. We are excited to be here in Phoenix for what is sure to be an incredible night of fights on Saturday. This stacked card will feature a slew of top fights, prospects, world champions, and a can't-miss potential fight of the year in the main event. Primeramente quiero decir gracias a toda la afición. Espero que tengan una bonita noche este sábado. Tenemos una gran velada de grandes peleas, grandes nombres como Jaime Munguía, John Ryder. Gracias por el apoyo. Phoenix, Arizona, la verdad que estamos muy contentos y agradecidos de estar aquí en su ciudad. Before I introduce the fighters, I would like to introduce my partner, living legend, Hall of Famer, Bernard Hopkins. Bernard.
First, thanks everybody for being here. But I also want to, to the fighters that went to training and camp and prepare for this coming Saturday, they understand what the stakes are. Also want to thank Eddie Hearns, who want to do big fights just like Oscar said earlier in this year or late last year, that we want to do the best fights and put the biggest fights together with the best fighters wherever they come from, whether they're in Golden Boy's house or anyone else's house. So this is another credibility step going forward in 2024. So this is January, fast approaching February, and we're going to continue to mention what we said, in case y'all forgot, because y'all will never let us forget that we want to do the best fights, and we need the Eddie Hearns, the others, hopefully, to think the same way, to put their best with everybody else's best, and see who's the best. Thank you.
Thank you, Bernard. Opening up the evening on the Golden Boy Boxing Preliminary Show, streamed on YouTube, will be one of Golden Boy's top prospects, Johnny Sugarcane Cañas, who will warm up the ring with a 4-round lightweight fight against Kamiko Hall of Brunswick, Georgia. To say a few words, Johnny Cañas. Go ahead right there.
First of all, I just want to say thank you to the fighters, the promoters, and for everyone for being here today. I also want to say thank you to the Golden Boy staff for all your hard work, for all your great things you do. Tonight's going to be... I'd rather be in the ring more. I just want to say thank you guys, and I'm excited, put on a great show, get to showcase my talent. I want to say thank you to Abraham Perez, SOA Boxing, my manager, my coach, Hector, and all my fans and my friends, and thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Johnny. And once again, you can watch the preliminary show on Golden Boy's YouTube page. A former Mexican Olympian, Gael El Terror Cabrera, has the potential to be one of the biggest stars in Golden Boy's stable. He will participate in a 4-round super bantamweight battle against Arizona's own Miguel Ceballos. Gael El Terror Cabrera.
Pues buenas tardes a todos. Estoy muy contento de estar aquí en Phoenix, empezando bien, muy bien el año en esta gran función, en esta gran cartelera. Quiero agradecer también a la empresa, a Golden Boy, a Oscar de la Hoya, que está aquí presente. Y pues nada, vamos a darlo todo, como siempre. Nos preparamos muy bien y pues que empiece la función.
Good afternoon, everybody. I just want to thank Oscar de la Hoya, the promoters, for this fight, for this opportunity. It's great for me to be here in Phoenix, Arizona, and I'm ready. I'm ready for this fight. I'm ready for this card, and let's go. Let's get it going.
Thank you very much. Also on the Golden Boy Boxing Preliminaries, San Antonio's Gregory Morales will enter the ring for an 8-round featherweight fight against Ronald Ron of Chino Hills, California. Gregory Morales. Is he here? No. I would also like to introduce, closing out our preliminary show, will be Daniel Junebug Garcia. Junebug represents Denver, Colorado, and will take on Phoenix's own Daniel Lugo in a 6-round lightweight fight. Daniel Garcia. Let him go first.
Hello? All right, it works. I just want to thank Golden Boy Promotions for giving me another opportunity to be on this great undercard. I'm excited to showcase all my skills and everything I've learned from my past fights and from camp, and I'm excited to see this great show that's going to come on Saturday. Thank you, guys.
Thank you, Daniel. Now we have Gregory Morales. Gregory.
First and most, I'd like to thank the man upstairs. You know, without him, none of this is possible. Also, I'd like to thank Golden Boy and De La Hoya, Oscar, for the opportunity. You know, last time I was in a big card like this, I fell short, and this time around, I made sure that I left no stone unturned, and I'm ready to give the fans a good fight. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Gregory. I have said it for years that the sport of boxing can only thrive if promoters work together to give the best fights to the fans. And I'm so grateful to have had such a long working relationship with my good friend Fernando Beltran and everyone at Sanfer Boxing. It is my pleasure to welcome him to the podium, Fernando Beltran.
Good afternoon, everybody. It's a real honor to be here and be involved in this sensational card. I really think this fight is going to be one of the best fights of the year. They just began. Honestly, John Ryder is a great, great fighter. He always comes to fight, and he pressures a lot, and Munguía doesn't know how to go backwards. So it's going to be a pleasing fight for the audience. I'm very happy to be involved, and also very happy that promoters like Eddie Hearn and all the promoters are trying to put the best fights together, like Oscar, Eddie, myself, try to put the best fights together for the audience. That's very important for the sport, and I really believe that the real winner is going to be the audience, the people who's going to watch the fight at DAZN, the people who's going to be seeing the fight live. Those are the real winners of Saturday night. Muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí. La verdad, me siento muy orgulloso de estar envuelto en una cartelera tan importante. Yo creo que es muy importante que los promotores como Oscar de la Hoya, como Eddie Hearn, mi persona, que todos tratemos de hacer las mejores peleas posibles y que no importa las plataformas de televisión, sino tratar de hacer los mejores encuentros posibles. Y me siento muy orgulloso de estar aquí y también me siento muy orgulloso de ser copromotor de Jaime Munguía y que viva Tijuana. Gracias.
No se pierdan las preliminarias peleas en Golden Boy YouTube. Van a ser unas buenas peleas. Y ahora para empezar la porción de DAZN, empezamos con un peleador que tiene mucho, mucho talento. Un peleador que yo vi por primera vez en televisión de parte de Fernando Beltrán. This next fighter I would like to introduce to you. He is the opener for the DAZN telecast. I watched him fight in Mexico on one of Beltran's cards. He is an excellent, excellent maxer, boxer, puncher. And opening up the DAZN broadcast will be Mexico City's David Picasso. He's made a huge name for himself in Mexico. David will make his highly anticipated U.S. debut on Saturday and will participate in a 10-round super bantamweight fight against Eric Ruiz of Oxnard, California. Let me introduce to you Picasso.
¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes. Primero que nada quiero agradecer a Oscar de la Hoya, Golden Boy, mi promotor Fernando Beltrán y todas las personas involucradas en esta función. Agradezco mucho la oportunidad, les agradezco de verdad de todo corazón esto. Estoy muy contento y muy emocionado porque es la primera vez que peleo fuera de mi casa, de México, la primera vez que estoy en Estados Unidos, particularmente aquí en Phoenix, pero mi verdadera casa está en el ring y eso es lo que voy a demostrar el sábado. No solamente quiero ganar, sino quiero ser el mejor peleador de la noche, quiero ser el mejor en el ring y dejar sin duda puesta muy caliente la arena y muy caliente la lona para John Ryder y para Jaime Munguía. Muchas gracias de verdad, les agradezco de nuevo. Gracias.
Hello, everybody. Good afternoon. Thank you, first of all, to Oscar de la Hoya, Fernando Beltrán, all the promoters, for the opportunity to be here in Phoenix, Arizona. And I'm very happy and excited to be, for the first time, fighting in the United States, outside of my home, that is Mexico, but my real home is the ring. And this Saturday, I'm ready to be on that ring and leave it hot and ready for the big fight between Munguía and Ryder. So thank you very much. See you Saturday.
Beautiful. Beautiful. Thank you very much. A few months back, we got to see Gabriela Fundora perform in Los Angeles, and I was blown away when she won the IBF Flyweight World Championship belt. We are so excited that as a couple of weeks ago, we now co-promote her with our good friend Samson Lajkovic. Thank you very much for the opportunity, Samson. You have a special, special talent in Gabriela, known as Sweet Poison. She will defend her newly acquired title against Fort Lauderdale's Christina Cruz in a 10-round flyweight bout. Let me introduce to you Gabriela Fundora. Gabriela.
Well, I want to thank Samson Promotions and Golden Boy Promotions to join in together to make another spectacular fight. This Saturday night is going to be extraordinary, and can't wait for you guys to see fireworks.
All right, thank you. Thank you very much, Gabriela. And thank you again, Samson. Really appreciate it. You have a special, special talent. One of our superstars in the making. And when I say superstars, I really mean it. You can take a look at our past. You can take a look at the fighters we've built over a 22-year span. And I strongly feel that this next young man will take the world by storm. One of our undefeated fighters, Darius Fulgham, will take on a massive step up in competition and defend his WBA Continental USA Super Middleweight title against the hard-punching Alantes Fox of Upper Marlboro, Maryland. Let me introduce to you Darius Fulgham. Darius.
First, I gotta say I'm blessed and honored to be here in Phoenix, Arizona. I remember before I came out here, one thing I've heard about is Phoenix is a great fight town. I heard the fans here are amazing, and I think that's what turned me on even most. I'm like, yo, we're finna have a great fight. Main event is gonna be extraordinary, so I'm blessed to be on this undercard. I think about a lot of stuff before here, like this whole journey to get to this point. Been a lot of highs and lows, but I enjoyed the ride nonetheless, you know. So I'm blessed to be in this position. Recently, I got the Oscar Award of being the Prospect of the Year, which is huge for me. You know, I feel like I've always been underrated in the boxing community. And so I'm blessed to be able to showcase myself on a card like this, and my biggest step up yet against a tough world title challenger in Alantes Fox. So ready to be tuned in. And the great words of Bernard Hopkins, prospect or suspect. Only one way to find out, and that's you got to tune in live Saturday on DAZN or be here at this arena. See you.
Just a little history to all the fans attending here. Phoenix is a very, very knowledgeable, fight town. They know their boxing. You guys know your boxing, and I remember fighting here underneath Michael Carbajal. I believe it was in 1993 or 2, where I first got dropped with a nice right hand, I believe. Narciso Valenzuela. I mean, obviously I got back up and knocked him out, but thank God, right? But the fans know their boxing. They know who's good. They know who's great. They know who's gonna make it. They know who's gonna persevere and who's not. So it's really nice to be back. It brings me a lot of good memories here in Phoenix. In our second championship fight of the night, presented with another promoter, Miguel Cotto Promotions, Oscar El Pupilo Collazo made history last May for Puerto Rico as one of the fastest fighters ever to become a world champion. He has a tough test on Saturday night against the rugged Reineris Gutierrez of Nicaragua. Gutierrez will be hungry to steal the glory from Collazo. I welcome to the podium Reineris Gutierrez. Reineris.
Buenas tardes, Buenas tardes, pueblo de Ciudad de Arizona. Agradecer a todos los presentes, al organizador del evento de Golden Boy. Agradecerle a Oscar Collazo, a su equipo, por darnos esta oportunidad. Miguel Cotto, venimos muy bien preparados para este sábado, para dar lo mejor de nosotros, dar un gran espectáculo, que es lo mejor, y pues a cumplir nuestro sueño de ser un campeón del mundo. Gracias a todos.
Good afternoon, Phoenix, Arizona. First of all, I want to thank Golden Boy, thank Oscar Collazo and Miguel Cotto Promotions, and I'm ready to fulfill my dream of become a world champion this Saturday.
Thank you very much. Gracias. Gracias. Since he began boxing, Oscar El Pupilo Collazo has been on the fast track towards leaving an incredible mark on the sport for Puerto Rico. He broke records in May 2023 as the fastest to become a world champion with only 6 professional fights under his belt. This will be his second title defense. I welcome to the podium Oscar Collazo.
Thank you everybody. I gotta thank God, thank my family, thank my team, and thanks Oscar de la Hoya Promotions and Miguel Cotto Promotions for giving me this opportunity to fight in this big card. You know, it's a potential fight of the year, and it's a pleasure to be to show my skills, show what all this is not like a random parade. You know, I'm ready. I did a good 12 weeks of work, and I think we're gonna show it in this Saturday. I just want to say something. I'm about to go to my second defense this year, my first defense, and I saw a tweet a couple months that Oscar said that like these champions are not like the '90s champions, that they get 5 defenses in a year, and you said that you're gonna get a couple of dollars to any champion that defends it in 5 times a year. And I think if with your help and Miguel Cotto's help, I know I could get it. And I'm ready to get that 5 defenses for you and for Miguel Cotto Promotions. So I hope you keep that in mind. Nada, y para mi gente latina, gente de México, de Nicaragua y mi gente de Puerto Rico, agradecido por esta oportunidad. Venimos luciendo en grande. Un saludo a René Gutiérrez y su equipo de trabajo por aceptar esta pelea, y sé que es un gran contrincante, y sabemos que viene para quitar lo que es mío, pero lo que es mío se queda mío. Saludos a todos y Dios los bendiga.
Well, if and when you have 5 title defenses this year, I will personally give you a briefcase full of money. You know, and as I mentioned earlier, you know, the best can only fight the best if promoters work together. And I'm looking at Samson and my good friend Beltran. You know, we have Miguel Cotto Promotions. So it really is a pleasure for me to introduce the chairman of Matchroom Boxing, Eddie Hearn, who obviously without their help, without the other side and this side, and we couldn't make this fight happen. So Eddie Hearn, thank you very much for being here, and we greatly appreciate what you do. Eddie Hearn.
Thank you, Oscar. And just to echo what was said earlier about Phoenix as a fight town, I couldn't agree more. This is a tremendous fight town. We were here in December for BAM against Sunny Unification. I think the Arizona Commission are exceptional, and it's a great honor to be here as a small part of this tremendous show on Saturday. Congratulations to Oscar and Bernard and Golden Boy, and of course DAZN, who I believe now are established as the global home of boxing. You know, this Saturday we have a big fight card in Belfast in Northern Ireland, and then you'll be switching over, of course, to here in Phoenix, Arizona for a Fight of the Year contender, Jaime Munguía against John Ryder. And when you look at the schedule that DAZN are constantly delivering worldwide, unrivaled, second to none. And I feel like there's a real desire now from promoters to work together. You might have recently seen Matchroom against Queensbury get announced for June. It's had huge effect of support and noise in the UK, and I think it's only a matter of time before Golden Boy against Matchroom in an all card, all-action card later on this year. And when you look at the history of Golden Boy against Matchroom, it started terribly for us. I mean, the first time I met Oscar, we had a guy called Paul McCloskey. He had Amir Khan. That didn't go too well with us. Then they had a not a bad fighter called Jorge Linares, who went on and beat Kevin Mitchell, Anthony Crolla, and Luke Campbell. In fact, we were 4-0 down to Golden Boy, and I was actually thinking about calling it a day. But then we bounced back. Devin Haney beat Jojo Diaz. Devin Haney beat Jorge Linares. And Dimitri Bivol beat Zerdo Ramirez. So I think we're 4-3. So this is a chance for us to go 4-4. And what a great fight this is. I think two guys that really have earned the respect of their respective divisions. Of course, Jaime Munguía now up at super middleweight. But John Ryder, whose career could have gone very differently. Split decision, controversial losses to Billy Joe Saunders and Callum Smith for the world title, and a tremendous performance in Guadalajara against Canelo Alvarez. This guy is all action. One of my favourite fighters to watch, Jaime Munguía. And Fernando Beltran knows what he's doing. He's got him to 42-0. But this, make no mistake, the toughest fight of his career on Saturday night. His two standout wins, Liam Smith, another Brit, a junior middleweight. Sergey Derevenchenko in a fight of the year, a faded middleweight. This time now he's in with a big super middleweight in John Ryder. And this is an all-action fight. Jaime Munguía doesn't take a step back. John Ryder, so tough, ready to fight. And respect to you guys for taking this fight, and Oscar. And when we got the phone call, and shout out to Eric Gomez as well, this was a fight that we wanted so much for John Ryder, but this is a fight that I feel we need for boxing. Two tremendous warriors will go toe-to-toe on Saturday in Phoenix and give you a tremendous fight. So I'm looking forward to not working on Saturday night, being there as a fan and watching John Ryder be triumphant for Great Britain on Saturday in a tremendous fight. And thanks everybody for the opportunity. We'll see you for a great night of boxing on Saturday. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Eddie. And we, just because we're smoking the peace pipe doesn't mean we're going to spar. So we're very, very happy, very thrilled to, again, to be working with all these promoters. It needs to happen, and it's happening today for boxing, for the future of boxing. We strongly feel that this card on Saturday night will be the beginning of many, many great cards that all of promoters collectively put together. So again, I cannot emphasize this. Thank you very much to all the promoters here. John the Gorilla Ryder impressed the world last May when he went the distance with Canelo Alvarez. He is a true fighter, tough as nails, and hits like a mule. I am sure he will bring the same tenacity Saturday night. I welcome to the podium John Ryder.
Firstly, thank you to Eddie and Matchroom and Oscar and Golden Boy and Zampa for making this happen. It's been a fight long in the pipeline, and I'm glad we're finally here now. Fight week, press conference, weigh-in tomorrow, and fight night comes Saturday. It's a fight I feel I've needed now since the Canelo defeat, and to continue operating at a level I've been operating at. This is the fight to kick me on and push me on in my career. So thank you.
Thank you very much. Before we call up the main event fighter, I would like to call up to the podium a man who has been Trainer of the Year multiple times. He has the experience. He has what it takes to push a fighter to another level. If there's a fighter who is losing a few rounds, he will push them to come out stronger. He has the wisdom to take the best out of a fighter and make him a champion. So it is my honor. He was my trainer, and that is Freddie Roach. Freddie.
We've had a great training camp. My fighter's in great shape. He's been working hard every day from day one. I haven't given him a day off, and He hasn't taken a day off. He's worked very hard for this fight. We know we're in a tough fight, but we're going to do everything we can to win this fight. Thank you very much.
Now for the main attraction. Estamos muy contentos, muy agradecidos, Jaime, Fernando, por el convenio. La verdad que estamos muy emocionados porque Munguía es un peleador que tiene mucha disciplina, quiere ser campeón mundial muchas veces en diferentes categorías. Tiene la hambre para ser uno de los grandes, no solamente de México, pero todo el mundo. Así que me da un placer de estar trabajando con él y su equipo y su familia. Now for our main attraction, former world champion, Jaime Munguía is poised to become the next face of Mexican boxing. He is entering the ring after giving fans Fight of the Year against Devorachenko. Jaime is ready to start 2024 with a bang, 2024 with a bang this Saturday. Everyone will see if he can do what Canelo could not do, which is knock out John Ryder. Let me introduce to you Jaime Munguía from Tijuana, México.
¿Qué tal? Buenas tardes a todos. Pues muchas gracias, Ana. Bueno, primero que nada, pues agradecer a todos los que están aquí, a todos los que hicieron posible este evento, Golden Boy, Eddie Hearn, Fernando Beltrán, el promotor. Agradecer también a Freddy, al equipo de Wildcard por su apoyo durante todo mi campamento. La verdad que tuvimos un campamento muy bueno, lo considero sin duda el mejor. Creo que cada vez vamos avanzando, vamos aprendiendo, evolucionando. La verdad pues es la meta que siempre tengo en mí, ¿no? Siempre empujarme a mí mismo, siempre seguir trabajando más fuerte, aprendiendo, conocer mi cuerpo y pues llegar cada vez mejor a todos mis compromisos. Pues sé que ahorita tenemos un compromiso fuerte ante John Ryder este sábado, que es un gran peleador, como lo dijo Eddie Hearn, ha tenido grandes combates con grandes peleadores, sin duda resultados muy cerrados, con un poquito la victoria inclinada hacia él, pero la verdad vengo muy motivado, confío en el trabajo que hice, sé que vamos a salir con la mano en alto y arriba México y arriba Tijuana. Muchas gracias a todos por estar aquí.
Good afternoon to all, first of all. And again, thank you, Oscar de la Hoya, Fernando Beltrán, Freddie Hearn. First of all, I want to thank everybody to be here. Thanks to Freddie Roach, Wildcard, Boxing Club. This was a great camp for all of us. It's going to help me keep moving forward to achieve my goals. And thank you also. I know that my competitor Ryder is a tough fighter. He has lost, he has won close fights, but I'm ready. I'm ready to do this on Saturday. Y que viva México.
Thank you very much. Gracias. In closing, primeramente, Phoenix, Arizona, vengan a la pelea, vengan a apoyar. Es una gran pelea, va a ser una gran noche de boxeo con el Picasso, con Jaime Munguía, muchos mexicanos, así que muchas gracias por todo el apoyo. In closing, I just want to say once again, any promoter who is watching out there, we have 4 of the top promoters in the world here today working together, working on DAZN, bringing you the best fights possible. I urge you, Bob Arum, I've talked to him, he's willing, he's ready. We're ready to bring on the best fights in 2024 only on DAZN. Thank you very much. Gracias, Phoenix. Gracias.
All right, so thank you, Oscar. As always, you heard from the fighters. Now we'll do a Q&A a little bit with the DAZN fighters. So the YouTube and the Facebook will get going at 3 o'clock local time. And right now I want a couple questions for the fighters on DAZN. So you'll be able to check out DAZN this Saturday live from Phoenix, Arizona. So right now, Gabriela Fundora, Sweet Poison. Gabriela, you have your microphone with you? get her a microphone. The reason we want to talk to Gabriela, you saw her put on a show in her last fight where she won a title. Gabriela, you recently signed with Golden Boy, working, of course, with Samson. You've been talking about it. You're the fighting family, your brother, your dad, everybody in the Fundora clan is out there fighting. What makes you driven? What makes you want to be a champion many times over?
Again, I want to thank Samson and Golden Boy. You know, proud to work with you guys, and we're gonna make big steps in moving on in the future. Yeah, just stay focused. Boxing is a way of life. It's not just something. There's no such thing as camps in my gym. There's life. So, I've been driven since I was 6 years old. So there's nothing new. Just keep moving forward, and we're gonna keep making big steps.
Gabriela Fundora will be the second fight on DAZN, defending her IBF flyweight title against undefeated Christina Cruz from Fort Lauderdale, Florida. The pride of Prairie View A&M, alumni from Houston, Texas, DFG, Brickhouse Boxing, Darius Fulgham. You heard him talking about how he's kind of underrated, how he isn't around much, right? You haven't talked about him because this young man was going for the Olympics. Did not happen in 2020, decided to turn pro, got his nursing degree. Now he's full-on boxing. He fought 6 times last year, 9-0, 9 KOs. And Darius, when you turned pro a couple years ago, you were in Mexico. You had no idea where you were at. Now you're here, Golden Boy Prospect of the Year on DAZN. How crazy time flies for you, doesn't it, young man?
Absolutely, and I don't think we really take for granted how quickly a life can really change, you know. Golden Boy's given me an opportunity that's changed my life, that brought me in a better position to provide for myself and for people that I care about. And I can't stress enough how thankful I am for that, you know, because I've been through the highs and lows of this sport, you know. And I could have easily at one point just went ahead and left all this behind me and just got a job and fulfilled my career in nursing. But this is my life, this is my passion, and I'm just blessed I get to do this and perform on big stages like this.
9-0, 9 KOs. Some people are saying Alontes Fox, the professor, might be too much for you. But these are the kind of fights that you want, isn't it?
Absolutely. Like DFG, I'm destined to be great. I want to be great. And the only way to be great is by taking great fights. And Alontes Fox is a great fighter in himself. And it's a good way to prove where I'm at and where I belong in the sport.
That'll be the super middleweight bout on DAZN, the third fight of the night. 9-0, 9 KOs, DFG against Alontes Fox from Maryland, who has 34 fights under his belt. That'll be a real good one, the super middleweight division. All right, opening up the broadcast from Mexico City, undefeated, El Rey David Picasso in the IBF flyweight title is on the line. Actually, no, I'm sorry, super bantamweight against Eric Ruiz. David, you're finally fighting in the United States. You've been wanting this opportunity. What kind of fighter are you?
No. Bueno, es la primera vez que yo peleo aquí en Estados Unidos, pero como dije hace un momento, el ring es mi verdadera casa. Yo estoy acostumbrado a pelear con quien sea, con el que sea, sparring en campamentos, en todos lados, con campeones mundiales, con todo el mundo con el que me suban a hacer sparring. Yo he ido a reclusorios, a centros penitenciarios, a donde me pongan a hacer sparring y a pelear, yo puedo pelear. Soy un peleador aguerrido, fuerte. Sé que voy a salir y que voy a dar grandes cosas para Phoenix. Estoy muy contento de estar aquí y sin duda creo que voy a ser el mejor peleador esta noche.
Like I said earlier, my house is the ring, and this Saturday I'm going to show what I'm made of. I'm used to fighting anywhere and everywhere. I've even been to jails to fight, sparrings, world champion, former world champion. I'm ready to do this, and this Saturday, Phoenix, be ready because I'm coming.
El Rey David Picasso, who wants to go to space, wants to be an astronaut, also win a Nobel Peace Prize. I'm not making that up, it's for real. That'll be the opening bout on DAZN against the veteran Eric Ruiz. Desde Villalba, Puerto Rico, Oscar El Pupillo Collazo. I was there when he won his world title. The entire island was celebrating. I think they're still celebrating, Oscar. For people who are going to see you the first time, they know that, hey, this young man comes to brawl, 8-0, 6 KOs. What drives you?
I think my family, you know, see that the love and the support they show me when I win, you know, that face that they make, the sacrifice of my team, my own sacrifices, you know, there's a lot of people that sacrifice in, like, like nobody know. Everybody go through sacrifices, but we don't show it. And I think all of that drives me, you know. And I think this is a big opportunity for me to show people my talent, and I think I'm gonna get it.
The WBO minimum weight title is on the line. Puerto Rico contra Nicaragua. That'll be the co-feature live on the DAZN. These young men, they go out there and they throw a bunch of punches. That'll be a fun one. And the main event, Islington, UK. John Ryder with a record of 32-6. John, I talked to you at our media workout. You said you knew that this fight was eventually going to happen. It might have happened a couple of years ago. Eventually, this was going to happen. Why did you want to fight Jaime Munguía?
I always thought it was a step in the right direction, and after the Canelo defeat, it's a fight that I need more than ever to keep me at this level and keep me operating and keep my world title dreams and aspirations alive.
John, when they offered the fight, how quick did you jump at it?
I think the response was pretty prompt already, and let's do it. Training camp over Christmas and whatnot didn't matter. That was put to the side, and we'll celebrate after the fight.
And Jaime, for you, when they offered you John Ryder, how fast did you want to sign that contract?
Jaime, para ti, cuando escuchaste el nombre de John Ryder, ¿qué tan rápido firmaste ese contrato?
No, la verdad, pues muy rápido, al instante.
Why?
Instantly, fast.
No, la verdad, pues obviamente queríamos una gran pelea ante John Ryder. Sabemos que es un gran peleador y la verdad, pues estamos muy motivados, ¿no? De tener una pelea con él y pues demostrar lo que es Jaime Munguía. Entonces, como te digo, lo firmamos al instante.
We wanted a big challenge, and we know John Ryder is a big challenge. And like I said, Jaime Munguía is ready, and we signed as fast as we could.
And John, for you, your last fight, it was everybody against you in Guadalajara. Here, it seems like it's going to be Phoenix against you. That blue-collar attitude, you don't care where you're at. You just want to fight, don't you?
No, I just want to fight the best fights possible, and obviously last year in Guadalajara was the same. I didn't expect any different this year, so I'm just in there to fight the best.
Any chance they're overlooking you?
Potentially, but it's at their cost. It's a silly move to make.
Silly move to make. Jaime, for you, everything has to go right this year. How dangerous a fight is this?
Jaime, para ti, todo tiene que ser perfecto este año. ¿Qué tan peligrosa es esta pelea?
Bueno, yo creo que pues todas las peleas son peligrosas. Siempre hay que tener bastante cuidado. Obviamente, como siempre le he dicho, ¿no? John Ryder es un peleador pues bastante fuerte, con gran experiencia. Hay que tener mucho cuidado, pero como te digo, vengo confiado en mi trabajo, confiado en lo que hicimos en el gimnasio, entonces pues vamos con todo este sábado.
All right, we had to get some answers for you. Thanks to all the members of the media that showed up. Now, let's get the fighters to face off. We will have them for you. The fight is on Saturday, live on DAZN. You want to check that out. Jaime Munguía, John Ryder in the super middleweight division. Silver super middleweight belt will be on the line for the WBC. Let's get the fighters to stand up. Thanks to members of the media. Thanks to all the promoters, Matchroom Boxing, Samson, Zonfed Promotions, as we have that for you live on Saturday. So it'll be Jaime and John Ryder to face off right now. Yep. From the Footprint Center in Phoenix, Arizona, Saturday. Ticketmaster.com. A few tickets are available. Jaime Munguía, John Ryder, the 27th, live on DAZN. Chris Mannix will be on the broadcast. Sergio Moro will be there. Todd Grisham is showing up. Of course, doors open. So go get your tickets at Ticketmaster.com. Tomorrow, the weigh-in is open to the public. Doors are going to get going at noon. The weigh-in, 1 o'clock. It'll be streamed live on YouTube and also on DAZN. So you'll see that on Friday afternoon from Phoenix, Arizona. Jaime Munguía, 42-0. That young man puts his perfect record on the line against John Ryder, the gorilla John Ryder, as Munguía gets some motivational words from Bernard Hopkins, former champion himself, the Hall of Famer. So that's been a good afternoon here. As always, thanks to everybody who joined us. Saturday night, live on DAZN, you'll see Jaime Munguía kick off 2024 against the always tough John Ryder. There's talks of Munguía having a big 2024. He's got to get through Saturday. So again, press conference is done. Tomorrow, the weigh-in. That'll be streamed live for Oscar De La Hoya and everybody at Golden Boy Promotions. I'm your host, Beto Duran. Thank you for watching. And always go behind the scenes on Golden Boy social media, Instagram, the Twitter, all that good stuff. And you'll see Jaime Munguía, John Ryder Fight Week. We'll see you tomorrow. Goodbye, everybody.
He wants to take on the world.
Could it be the next big thing? He's taking on all challenges.
Heart of a lion, John Ryder.
He's a warrior.
What a fight! What a fight we have here in our main event. We got Grace under pressure.